Alrighty, everybody. Hey there, it is Kit, and welcome back to Vampyr. Um, this is a Friday recording. This is a I am very tired and hungry recording. And I may just let me look at the controls real quick. Vampiric skills, mesmerized. Da, 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 da. Oh, I didn't know we could switch off hand to main hand. That's great. Uh-huh. Okay. Right. Uh-huh. Okay. Yep. That one. Uh-huh. Okay. We're good. Anyway, so, happy Saturday. This will either be an hour long or 30 minutes long or somewhere in the middle because I'm not entirely certain, to be perfectly honest with y'all. Right. I needed that button. Ooh. Chompy. Blech. Blah, 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 blah. Blech. Nom nom nastiness. Get your happy butt over here. I'm so sorry. Ew. Gross. Nasty. Cool. Oh, what are y'all doing here? I mean, more XP, though. 215? Remind me what the colors mean. Oh, it wasn't resistant, right? Whoop. Chomp. Okay. I just watched the bullets come back on that one, so we're good. Alright, there we go. God, I've been wanting to play this all week, and I've had no time, and it has made me so sad. I've been wanting to play this so badly, and I'm a little sad that I didn't.
Blood. The whole building reeks
Oh,
of it.
God.
The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
Damn. Oh. $215, $240. Pray with me, William. I had a drink outside tonight already, and I did not quench my... Damn. You're my last and dearest friend. Damn. Oh, I thought I was gonna get the thing sticking out of this dude. Okay. I didn't... Okay, I misremembered. We're right here. Oh, will you please let go of me? Oh. Equip a two-handed weapon and press Y to use a special ability. Scythe, for instance, be used to parry an oncoming attack, inflicting heavy stun damage of time. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. Do I try it? Parrying. You think I'm good at parrying? Okay, well... Oh, wait, it's main hand. 99 damage. 64. Okay, 99 attack speed, 5, 30, so...
Oh my God, I can't stand it anymore.
Okay. Parry? Okay, what was that? I don't remember that. Oh, damn. That poor man. I'm so screwed, y'all. I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Reeks of bloodshed.
No shit, Sherlock.
I had a drink outside tonight already and it did not quench my thirst. I must have more.
I'm just gonna, like, look around a little.
William, please stop.
Don't do it. Don't do it, man.
This creature is bedeviled. I must.
Oh, hi! Lord have mercy. Hello. Whoop. Ah! I did it! Did I do it? Oh my god, I freaking did it, y'all. I didn't need to do that, but like... Okay, let him come to me again. Bro. I'm having way too much fun. Gotcha, bitch. Dude, that was so clean. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember having difficulty with that fight the last time I played this. Not difficulty, but like it was a little challenging. It was a little whatever. I don't remember the scythe. So I think that was so much fun. I would do that again. I would do that again in a heartbeat, bro. I did it. Ah, William's done, baby. You poor, poor man. I am very, very sorry. Let me loot everything first. This dude thinks he's Vlad the Impaler. Holy mother. Good God. Hi.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
No, you could
Mr.
not have.
Hampton, are you in there?
We knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir,
Wait, how do we know he's Hampton?
listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
Ah!
Lost, return to my flock, they'll stray without me.
Scared the shit out of me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
What?
Who are you? What do you mean by scowl?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
I love her. Okay, we gotta help the dude behind us. Come on, Doc. Come on. You truly are a newborn. I should have realized. Yes, you really should have.
By George and the saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders.
Swansea, hi.
Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place. William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink. This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital. No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This man looks like he's been through absolute hell. Alright. Blood sample.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood.
Did I miss this before? I can't get up there. Maybe we can come back later, though. I never really did get into the open world part of this, or like being able to explore too terribly much. Damn, he looks so bad.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That's ironic.
Word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Mm-hmm. So
Well.
cool.
Then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
Damn.
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book. And the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
You're gonna die, aren't you? Oh, I'm gonna be really upset when that happens. I'm also pissed off we don't have a second game. I've played an hour and like 45 minutes, and I want a second game. Yo, this is so good.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy,
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
She's not very. Is she bad? I don't remember. Doesn't matter if they're bad, though. I'm going for the good
Here
ending
at
here.
Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up
Go,
after my round.
go, go.
Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Swansea is like, yay! Analyze William Bishop's blood in the hospital. Rest to evolve. Am I saving to get 1,000? Okay, so Pembroke is healthy right now. How do we get in?
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Nope.
Master gave me a good hope. Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
I love the dialogue here. Blood quality indicates how much XP you will obtain from a particular citizen. The higher blood quality, the more XP you get. And I'm not doing it. Oh, I think I gotta...
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
What if we take him over here instead? I'm not doing it. Technically, I haven't saved. Is it gonna make me? Because I don't remember. Because I know it's don't embrace. And I know you have the choice to not, so if I bring him over here... Hey guys, I have another patient for you! Nope. I just broke the game a little bit. Alright, I'm not doing it. Because I remember I get the choice, and I think I did pick last time, but like, I don't want to, you know, goof, but I can do that boss fight again, it's not a big deal. This looks so cool. So good. Okay, A to embrace or B to release. Embracing Clay will provide a massive XP boost, but beware there will be consequences. Learning more about citizens to collect their hints will increase the experience gained. Release.
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Good.
Whoa, I feel giddy.
Healthy? At least that Mistress of the Dark has stopped
Did I
following.
black out?
Little bit, sure.
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go, but no famished hunter can run for long.
Screw you. Not doing it. Okay. Too bad I can't bring him up here. Hi.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek
Right,
with new
she's
staff
grumpy.
members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I found a wounded man by the docks. He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the 2nd floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
You need to wash your hands, honey.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
He knows me more than I know him.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Interesting.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Okay.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
2nd floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Okay. Okay, so I get XP for talking to pretty much everybody, which means I'm going to be in good shape, because I like talking to folks. I love the amount of detail they've put into this world. It's insane. Don't mind me looting everything. Wow. They have done... Ew.
Police, that mistress of the top. Stop following me.
Hi.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan.
I remember
Reed,
you.
the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of it.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr.
Sure.
Swansea's primary subject of research.
Thank you.
He is convinced it is the future.
If the video... Okay. Sorry about that. This is going to be a Sunday episode. My dad ended up walking in at that time. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Where is... Oh. Wait, where's... Pembroke. Unknown district. Wait, Dorothy Crane isn't part of Pembroke Hospital? Oh. Okay. Well, I saved, like, literally right out here, so I was just like, oh, wait a minute, please tell me it kept me right here. Did I finish?
Good evening, sir.
You're new.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know
You're
each
nice.
Actually, yes. We met once before at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now.
Yeah.
Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
People are more important.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Aww.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
I like him.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
That's
you really
Gwyneth, right?
seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Don't they have a thing for each other?
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office down again.
Well, he is a little busy.
Goodbye, Dr. Tibbets.
Thank you. Okay. Because he wasn't out here last time. Also, if I just leave again, I'm planning on this going up Sunday afternoon, but my dad is sleeping upstairs, and we're supposed to go to the Apple store about noon. Influenza, frequently complicated with pneumonia. To prevent any case of Spanish flu, stay at home. Okay. Well, wait a minute. No, I think that also is the back end of the hospital, is it not? But yeah,
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Okay. Is that a side quest now? Where do I find my... There's a hideout at the docks. Succeeded that, okay. It's probably because I'm not there yet. Okay. We'll have to remember this. Alright, let's go in the normal way. We can explore all this later. But yeah, I do plan on this being up in the afternoon. I need to go with my dad to the Apple store and help him sort something out on his phone. And then he's going to be heading on back, and I'm going to be recording like a crazy person because, yeah. So, this will be up today, Sunday, but it will be up a little later. I'm not sure exactly how long both of my clips are going to be. I'm planning on this bit here, hopefully will be about 30 minutes, but if it's like 25, I might just say okay. Yeah, I could have recorded yesterday, but honestly, I had about 2 hours of free time to do stuff, and I decided to get a bunch of cleaning done, which really made me feel better all the way around. And yes, my dad was coming, yada yada yada, but it's something that needed to get done, and I've been wanting it to get done. Not a single secret back here, huh? That sucks. I will not let you down, my boy, Harvey. Oh, right. Oh. Oh, God. That's right. Oh, no. Yeah, oh. The porter.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks. The ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's
Damn.
quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Okay, damn.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Great.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Oh, okay. Look, a new citizen investigation is available. Press to open. Citizen investigations are displayed here. I love how I found this before. Categorized by district. You can start a new citizen quest by tracking it with X, then access your map to locate the area. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Enter the back garden. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I have anything to trade, but I want
I'd
to
like
see.
to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Okay. I have 67 shillings. Okay, I can't buy nothing. A bullet is worth 1. Shotgun shells are worth 3. Common handle part, common trigger part, tiny common handle part. We got aluminum powder, aluminum shards, grease, screws. How many bullets have I got? The answer is none. Okay. Alright. Who are you again? You are Brannigan. We've already talked to you. You have a very big needle in your hand. Okay. I don't think there's anything else.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
A little bit, yeah. Okay, so let's... Oh. How big is this place? Like, oh my god. Okay, let's talk to you.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new
She's the
surgeon
crazy
at
one,
the
isn't she?
Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the
Oh
winds
my
of
god.
eternity.
I beg your pardon.
She is the
What are you
crazy
begging
one.
for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy.
What's
You'll never
clemency?
forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if
Thelma.
I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
You a little cry. Yep, you just a wee bit cry.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what
Oh,
I
okay.
am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Uh-huh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades.
Ew.
I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins.
Ew.
I need new blood.
Ever heard of Cotard syndrome?
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome?
Oh,
Miss
Cotard.
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I wonder if we can help her. Thelma is affected by the Cotard syndrome and believes she is a vampire.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howard?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Okay.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Ah, so we have a lot of problems with the garden, and interesting.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see.
Damn, she's loud.
Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
Oh my god.
What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's mind, you see?
Sure,
I'll
sure.
leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Oh my word. Do not cough in public. Prevent disease. Careless spitting, sneezing, coughing, spread influenza, spread by droplets sprayed from nose and throat. Do not cough in public. God, am I in the COVID era? Okay. Let's... So... Line. Find out who's spying on Thelma. Interesting. So there's Thelma. Let's talk to this person. Can't talk to you. We got meds right there. Hello.
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Okay.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Precisely why you're a patient here.
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars.
Oh!
You get my drift?
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Damn.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Okay, I feel real bad for this dude. I just went there, right? Yeah, okay. Oh!
station, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense.
Got it.
I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No
Fair.
offense.
That's fair.
How close are you to Miss Horcroft? Are you aware that she thinks she is a vampire?
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason
What?
to stay here. Every time she approaches
What?
my bed, she treats me like something tasty.
The
A
fuck?
normal person.
Aren't you afraid? She may hurt you if the game goes too far.
She's quite harmless, I can assure you. Her head's broken inside is all.
Oh my god.
While I'm busted on the outside. But she's still beautiful. Living proof that there's hope for me.
Thomas sees Thelma Howcroft as living proof that there's hope for him. Oh, I see. Okay, so it's on the other side. You can't really see his face down there super duper well.
So do you let her bite you? You know that's not sanitary.
And why not? She's only supping a few drops of me blood.
Ew.
And the pain, it's real for once.
She could decide to bite less willing patients.
Then it's another good reason for me to stay here, Doctor.
I mean...
You do realize she's mentally disturbed. It's called the Cotard syndrome. She truly believes she's a vampire.
In her madness, she never refers to my scars. And frankly, if I could, I'd join her world. It seems much more fun than the real one.
I mean...
Goodbye for
Damn.
now, Mr. Elwood.
Can I help these people? I really... Oh yeah, look at that. I'm getting XP. I love this. Hey, Hampton.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom. Without men like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
That sucks.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
It's interesting how the cross that Swansea held up against us worked against us, but that little cross is not. I wonder why.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Damn.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood.
Ew.
I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
was a lot of
man
bad
trying to help his
things.
friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
And he also played Vlad the Impaler. A little bit.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tension between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
Well, Clay Cox should be back.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Well, that's good.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Hopefully.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks.
Oh.
And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Is there a church?
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Okay. Yeah, why didn't you use that?
Use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Is it because he's not a real priest, so it's not actually blessed? I feel like we might need to get it blessed, but then I wouldn't be able to talk to him.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognise Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
That's fair.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Plus, it's not like back in these days you could... Your hair...
Good evening, Miss
Yep, okay.
How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Gross.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal...
I knew that was her. I just, for some reason, I'm reading the subtitles, and I was like, oh, Harriet Jones. No, they wouldn't look the same, would they? Wow, this place is messy as heck. Who are you?
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're going to be working together.
Dr. Reed. Dr. Swansea informed us of your arrival, but I could not dare to believe we'd have such good fortune. Such an honor, sir.
Damn.
Thank you. And you are?
I am Thoreau Strickland, Dr. Thoreau Strickland. I'm a great admirer of your work, Dr. Reed.
Okay, cool.
Please, could you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a great admirer of your work concerning
Something
blood
else.
transfusion, Dr. Reed. I run my own experiments. I'm convinced it's the future.
Okay, you could have told me something else, but sure.
What made you choose to be a doctor?
I'm not ashamed to admit you and your work have inspired me.
Oh,
I am
Lord.
honored to have the opportunity to work by your side.
Okay.
It's always a pleasure
Be nice.
to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone eager to learn. I'll be glad to help you if I can.
This epidemic may be the century's most terrible disaster, but I'm convinced that we, as doctors, are the only ones able to defeat it.
Oh, you're a little bit full of yourself.
I based my technique on my mentor's research. He helped me perfect my method. What is yours?
I'd rather not talk about it. For now, it's just theories and first approach. My process is purely experimental and unsuccessful.
As long as you're
doing
cautious and methodical, you may remain empty-handed, but you won't fail.
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main weapon against the ravages of this epidemic.
I'm pretty sure he's doing it on the patients unwillingly. Or the patients don't know.
What can you tell me about the Pembroke?
Well, it has always been an honor to work with Dr. Swansea. But with your arrival, I can't think of a better opportunity to learn about blood transfusion.
Oh, I'm not liking this man.
You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
Also
I'm convinced
fake.
that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about our capacity to resolve the situation.
True. Last summer, during the first wave of the epidemic, I used to joke with Milton about the extra work. When You're not smiling now.
I think that's the most real I've seen and heard him so far.
Do you need help with anything in particular?
Well, yes, maybe. I'm waiting for a batch of products I ordered for my personal research, yet my supplier seems to have vanished.
Do you want me to play the errand boy for you?
Oh no, Dr. Reed. But if you went personally to his shop, what with your reputation and all, he wouldn't dare to refuse the products I need.
I see. Well, give me the address, for I may pass by if I have time.
Okay.
Tell me more about your willingness to experiment with new medical techniques.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffering from a severe injury that could cripple him if not treated correctly. I'm convinced your blood transfusion technique could help him.
What is it you really want? To save him, or to prove your point?
Fair question. I want nothing but to save my patient, Dr. Reed. Especially since I know Mr. Fiddick's story.
Okay.
This personal involvement could also appear to be a lack of impartiality. You must know that a good surgeon must remain neutral.
I agree. But that does not excuse Dr. Ackroyd's behavior. A man who did not even take time to converse with his patient.
Do you think keeping his distance was a mistake?
All I know is that I'm taking care of human beings with desires, hopes, and fears.
True.
Not some biological machine comprised of blood, bones, and flesh.
Tell me Mr. Fiddick's story.
Our first diagnosis was compromised because Mr. Fiddick lied to us about the real origin of his injury. He first claimed it was an accident.
But why would he hide such crucial information from us?
Because he is a proud father, ashamed of putting his children at risk because of his own negligence.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Interesting. Want to get done with talking to everybody as much as possible this episode.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
I thought you were going to be old.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Thanks for telling me how it works.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansea has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice.
Yeah, that's fair.
The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed.
Great.
Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
That's fair.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Yeah, that's fair.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
What?
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Okay. Waverly disapproves modern medicine methods. Interesting. And I'm a modern medicine doctor, Grand.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Oh.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blind?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Okay.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
Other people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
Definitely
what
dedicated.
Exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
Damn. Oh.
I don't see any reason why I should justify my actions to you.
That's true, Dr. Reed. The only judge has to be yourself. The question is, are you judging yourself hard enough?
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Okay. Damn. Alright, you're Crane, right?
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Sorry.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I wanted to make sure.
Don't waste your time with me, my sweet girl. Read me like a book. I never could keep anything.
Unfinished letter. Wait, where is that? Rude. Pembroke Hospital, 2nd of November. My dear children, sorry I did not write to you before, but it hurts like hell just to write these few words on bloody paper. Don't worry, Daddy will get out of the hospital as soon as the doctors fix his arm. In the meantime, if you need something, go see Mr. Chadwick at the construction site and tell him you're Harvey Fiddick's children. You remember Robert Chadwick, the big guy with a mustache who helped me repair the house doors last spring? Go see him and ask for a few bob. He won't refuse to spare you a few. I'm sorry I can't work anymore for now, but we'll figure something out. We'll figure out something as soon as I'm out. Don't worry, everything will be fine as soon as Daddy's arm is strong again. As soon as the doctors have fixed my arm, Harvey is blaming himself for the injury. Harvey will not be able to feed his family as long as his arm is injured. Oh my god. I'm gonna look up and see how to fix this dude's arm because they better let me. I'm gonna... What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm gonna feel bad.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wood and nails, not flesh and bones.
Okay. I'm gonna figure out how to help him later, because from what I just saw, if you embrace certain doctors, then, like, he will be okay, but I'm not embracing, so that's gonna be a problem.
You seem worried about the safety of your family, and it's obviously the reason why your wound troubles you so much.
I cannot give up on my children now. They both need me living.
What about their mother, if I may ask?
She died in 1915 during one of the first Zeppelin raids. We never found her body.
Oh my god.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
Yeah.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick, unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself, but I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army, building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Helen didn't bring them with her that night.
Yeah.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Okay, so we might have a problem, because I was just doing a little bit of Googling, and it's saying that I have to embrace one of the doctors to take care of him, and if not, then it's just stuck. So what I might do is start a second file, just in case, and maybe go for the second best ending with that one. And then, like, I can show the other way, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't want to do that, but, you know. Due to the influenza, this hospital can no longer take any patients. Hospital full, please go back home. Damn. Damn. Oh, whoa. Where is this? Oh, okay. I know where I'm at. Is there a... Nope. I need a map. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Oh! Oh god, why is this guy over here?
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
Dear love, I finally found the missing money for the fee asked by the ambulance driver to bring you to the hospital. Don't worry about nothing now, except getting better, for I took care of everything. I asked some of our neighbors, and they told me that this Mr. Hooks is something of an honest crook. He may ask for extra money in exchange for a bed, but the bed is then guaranteed. I'm sorry I refused to pay first, but I realize now that the important thing is that you get better soon. The Pembroke Hospital is a good place, I heard. Despite the bad behavior of this Milton Hooks, I promise you that everything is okay now. I'll see you in your clean bed as soon as possible. With my love, Nikolai. Oh. Milton runs rackets on some of the Pembroke's patients. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Not me doing what was done to me. Yeah, okay. We are gonna have to go find Milton. Or actually, we'll probably wait. Who are you? Who are you?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague?
Shit.
Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Okay.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Aww.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
A pawnbroker?
Damn.
I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
That's nice.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No. I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man,
Fair.
Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
Cool. Let's see what he's got.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Strong analgesic, an antitussive drug, opium, enigmatic formula. Seems complex and needs to be analyzed. Ooh. I'll get it because I have money. Right now I don't have a lot of money, but I don't think I have anything to sell. Oh, this shows me. Oh, okay. I don't got a lot of bullets. That's a problem. Good resale value. This item can be recycled into components. Okay. Alright, cool. Wrong button. Okay. Not gonna do that, so we're basically almost done. I want to get to my room and finish up. Where am I at? Where are we at? Where am I? Here. Okay. I forgot about you.
Don't waste your time with me.
Now I'm gonna talk to you, Mortimer.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
How painful is your throat, Mr.
So painful.
I'll let you get some rest, then. Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Okay.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright. Don't waste your
Okay,
time
this
with
is
me.
his mother, right?
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived.
Then why'd you come here?
But we had no other choice. considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Yeah, for sure. That was that one. Yep, okay.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Okay, cool. We got some bad actors in this hospital, and this is a pacifist run. Shoot me. Okay. Y'all, I'm gonna be lost. Horribly, horribly lost.
We have some of the most brilliant minds in London at Pembroke.
Okay, we're almost done. I do want to get to the upstairs. Okay, don't. Well, where is this Pippins? I don't know where the Pippins lady is. Maybe. Oh?
It's locked.
Of course. Birmingham, 27th October. Hello, sis. How are things in the big city? Here in Brum, things are not so good. It seems the flu is here again. We have many new cases of infection in the neighborhood. Do you remember Miss Scheller, the old drinking hag from the 3rd floor? She passed away 2 days ago and her flat is already occupied again. Geez, you would have to pay me a huge amount of money to go sleep in the bed in which a woman died of the flu just a few hours ago. Gross. Sorry I did not take time to quickly answer your last letter. Between taking care of little Paul, Mum, Dad, and my job at the factory, I rarely find time to write to my favorite sister. By the way, my son says hello to his Auntie Pippa. Aw, you should see the little bugger already driving me mad. And Mom says you should bring back some of those marvelous cakes the next time you come back home. In your last letter, you told me you thought about quitting your job at the Pembroke Hospital. I have to tell you, Pip, you better think twice. There are always jobs at the factory, but wages are shit, and as boring as a day without a shag. Oh, I have a new fiance, and no, I'm no slut, you moron bitch, you. So, if you really want to quit and do something more useful than counting the dead every morning, maybe you better stay in London and join that band you told me about. The Guard or Priven, oh shit, or something like that. Never heard of them, but if they are, like you said, some sort of civil militia trying to make a difference, then maybe it's a good choice for you. Just be sure to let the others go in the front. That's how my poor Billy got not killed in France, by leading too many patrols. Bloody war. Anyway, come back as soon as you can and give me all the good news. Before that, I am your affectionate sister, Lucy, Paul, Mom, and Dad. Aww. Pippa is thinking about quitting the Pembroke Hospital. Pippa saves beds for patients who can pay. Yeah. Okay. Hospital's full. Small bag of junk, huh? Over here? In the name of mercy, they depend on you. Nurses are needed now. Inquire at the nearest appointments office of the Ministry of Labour and National Service or write to 15 Kingways, London. Thomas. Ooh. Got a little bit of something. Can open the door to leave. Where am I at, though? Oh. Okay. Ooh, 920 XP. I mean, talking to people kind of takes a bit, but like you're getting some decent XP gains, and I don't know where Pippa is, so we'll have to find her in another episode because this is already going on a little long, I feel like. Find her office on the 2nd floor. Okay, and it also sounds like my dad's up. So I'm gonna finish this in a little bit. Okay. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. My dad came down and yeah.
It's locked.
Right, locked. Who are you again? Are you Gwyneth?
Good evening, nurse.
No.
Good evening, Doctor.
New one.
I don't think we've been introduced yet.
I wanted to
My
find you
name is
earlier.
Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Euphemism? A what?
How would you describe the situation?
Euphemism.
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
A mild or indirect word or expression substituted for one considered to be too harsh or blunt when referring to something unpleasant or embarrassing. Okay. Alright.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse?
She's panicking a little
What
bit.
if in the end, nobody was spared?
Oh god, get it.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Fair.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Ooh, you would be surprised or change your attitude.
I don't like your attitude.
Oh shit.
Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Fair.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
Your boyfriend?
Especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Milton's reputation is mediocre among his colleagues.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Noticed.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting.
Yeah, that's fair. Pippa has felt useless as a nurse since the beginning of this epidemic. Wow, your blood quality is quite a bit. Nifty. Who? Oh, he's got fatigue, so I need a treatment for fatigue. Oh. Dyson also has fatigue.
Goodbye, nurse.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wanted to find her earlier, so she was right here. That was nice. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry that this video has been like on, off. Since I loaded back in, just make sure there's nothing I can loot. Next week, I will not be this chaotic. I just did not have time. It was a really bad week to record. So I'm doing it on the day of, and yeah, I'm gonna get the other video for today up, and then I might come back and play some more of this because I really want to get past this point. I've done it quite a bit. And, yeah. That's Swansea. So then I'm down here, I think. Can't go through that door. Operating room. Used hacksaw. Oh, God. T. Elwood's medical file. Thomas Elwood, age 28, male. Followed by Dr. Tippett's status convalescence. September 16th to be determined. Okay, was his relief? Says admission is then. Okay. The patient's face has been heavily burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war, even with the use of the strongest sedatives. He affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin. He says examinations of the cicatrized tissue show no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could this be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt of the survivor, phantom pain manifesting as a punishment for not dying with his comrades? Damn. Thomas feels responsible for his disfiguration during the war. Yeah. Tippett, Strickland, and Ackroyd all have their own. And I get... Well, they don't have their own. They share,
This
and then
must be
I've
the
got
place.
one.
It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see here. Article on econs. It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire to observe the most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or econ, as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any immortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I've seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he vanishes to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly. But it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but that has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary widely from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one, the possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it has caused so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenziedly drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why vampires are so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications it almost beggars belief. Interesting. Oh my god. Mortimer. Why are they both glowy? What the fuck is that? 350, 2600. Why are they glowing though? It's interesting how I can hear them.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Can I please give it water? That would be great, game. Okay. I don't need that. Alright, let's analyze and take a nap. You'll first need to analyze the components you found to unlock new recipes. Click on the to analyze. I did buy that. So we can now make a treatment for the cold, bronchitis, and pneumonia. I don't have enough stuff for fatigue. Quinine, ferrous tartrate, and sodium hypochlorite solution. First sample of William Bishop's blood in a small tube. Light regeneration serum. Regenerate 300 health points instantly, then 150 points over 15 seconds. Watery sturdy blood sample. Gross. Ferrous tartrate and sodium something. Oh, I can, okay. Well, I'll do these. I'm not gonna do the watch, though. So, can I make one now? I need sodium hypochlorite solution.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Yeah, you do. It's a little weird. Okay, so we have 1,045. What did I want to do? I know I wanted to get, because I can get health and stamina. And I could get faster life regen. I could get the claws, or we could get... This was one that was going to take a lot more, right? 300, 300, 300, 300. I could, okay, that's going to take 1,000. I'm thinking at this point, let's get something here. So let me see, what was the... You control your target's blood, time you control is increased because this one block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. Target's blood will now burst out of their body, flowing towards your mouth. That was really cool. Absorbing direct damage. Create invisible barrier, absorbing direct damage. It explodes. So I like the coagulation. Because I get blood gain with that, and it basically stops them, so that's pretty good. I think I will go on ahead and grab that. And then we have 400 left. Health, stamina. Health, stamina. Oh, science. Increases the number of bullets I can carry. I can carry 3 serums on me. Increases my blood capacity. Life regen when using bite. Spring. You perform a supernatural move on your target and cause damage upon landing. You concentrate your blood on in your feet to increase your impact upon landing and deal damage around you. Damn. You concentrate your blood in your hands and feet to increase the impact on your target. So area of effect or this. The common belief that vampires can disappear into thin air is misleading. Rather, they can greatly increase their speed with blood, moving so fast that to human eyes it appears as if they reappear, or appear and reappear at will. Correctly used, this ability can be offensive or defensive, depending on the vampire's state of mind. It's too easy to catch up to your prey with spring. It's almost boring when they start running. Shadow Veil. 5 stamina used per second when walking, 2.5 stamina used per second when standing still. Toggle. Drain your stamina to fade into the shadows and become invisible to most enemies. Moving this state will drain more stamina. You will exit the shadows if you attack or dodge, and when your stamina is empty. Okay, so so some stun and 250 damage. You gain damage and stun bonuses if you leave the shadows. And that just... The The fog sticks to you, you're not able to dodge while using Shadow Veil. Okay, I can only get one. Stamina is a problem for me at the moment, I think. Maybe. Health is a smart idea, though. Yeah, okay. I was like, surely I could just skip, but I didn't think I could. Alright. Health is smart. I'll get endurance in this at some point. These are just good utility to have. I do want to get, I think it was the claws. Blood barrier is kind of cool. Spring's better than the Shadow Veil, I think, at this time. That wouldn't be bad either. Yeah. The following night.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Yep. Which is fairly awkward. Okay, so... Where's my... Answer the door. Fatigue, fatigue. Where is Cox at? That's a great question. I know the majority of people here. I'm just missing 2 people for Pembroke. Interesting. I don't know where this is, because Dorothy Crane, but she's also part of the hospital, but she's not on this page. Fascinating. Anyway. Alright. That's gonna be it for me. Sorry again that this was so weird, but next week it won't be that way. And, yeah, I'm really enjoying the experience so far, and, be back on Saturday. So, yeah. Thank y'all so very much for watching, and have a great week. Bye!